all you men out there, how do you feel about being with a woman who makes more money than you?
Because sometimes me like have my own money if me want to buy a one. Do you know how much I make?
Yes.
How much?
Okay, let's get serious. Welcome back to another episode of Rum and Reason.
Honest to God, like we missed the vibes there, yeah.
That's why I like this DJ Kempo on TikTok, because I get that vibe.
Yeah.
You gotta sign up to TikTok because you need this vibe and this energy. It's so good.
Yeah.
So that's where our party and our dance is at,
Yeah.
and that's the only ones he wants to attend.
And then again, it's true, we so far removed from everybody. And we Caribbean people, like them kind of chill vibe and them kind of just reasoning with the virgin and a friend upon end. We need it. You see with the part and them something
like
there.
And that's the energy we're getting.
Unfortunately, it reached a point where we have to do it virtually, but it's still kind of have that community vibe there, because like
we in there
we were talking
and
people.
You know what I like about DJ Kempo's one as opposed to any other ones that I go on is that I feel like he's always specifically calling out people and hailing them up, and I feel that way. Like, you know, when you're all party, even when they're at a party or something, and you see a little friend where you never see me in a couple weeks. Hail them up, right?
It feels very personal.
That's how it feels. It feels personable. It feels it just feels like we're all a community. It feels nice.
Yeah.
So
but anyway,
check him out.
Check out DJ Kempo.
Yeah,
TikTok, mad thing, mad
every
vibe.
day.
Yourself,
I think he does. Yeah, he does one. I don't remember the time. I want to say it starts at 11. Every day. That's the lunchtime mix, and then there's an after work mix that starts at 7.
Yeah.
And then there's the weekend ones, and they're all different energy. They're different types. Today is a mellow vibe. So yeah,
love song type of thing. But anyway, so like you get a welcome already. So we are all at different. Next reason on this episode, a Roman reason. Lace had mentioned the topic, but I don't recall. The spice
have
on
you
this.
drunk too much already?
The spice on this strong, you remember that?
Can you get through the episode?
No, I'm a good man.
Because you look a little bit hooded. Your eyes are like.
Why you that? I don't even know what that means. Hooded, like.
Alright, forget about it. Jesus.
Anyway, so what's telling people I'm talking for today?
So what I want to talk about now is let's discuss finances. And in finances, I want to talk about how do you guys feel, all you men out there, how do you feel about being with a woman who makes more money than you? Is that something that gives you pause? Is that something that you guys are saying, that's a no, I'm never gonna be with anybody who makes more money than me? If you're with somebody and then they start making more money than you, are you gonna leave them? Let us know in the comments below. Go ahead, babe. What do you feel?
Babes, you see the time when you start making about 500, 600 thousand a year, just buy me a paper. Same time.
Stop it.
You see me?
I would never do that. I would never
be
do more than you.
We do it clean, take care of the kids.
I'm not doing that.
To answer the question, that's going to be a controversial topic,
Yeah.
And probably my response will probably be a slightly controversial one as well.
Why?
Because I don't care if you're making more or not. You see me? Well, let me say I don't care no. Because I've said this before, I've said this in our previous video. Growing up, I was the typical Jamaica, man, like we pre-think certain way. You see me, if your woman make more than you, feel marginalized. Whereas if it's a woman who have a treat me, yes, she make more than you. They make it even worse. But you know, you hope that you hope that as you grow, you mature and you can see things differently. And because the mindset of me don't want my money to make more or me I feel some type of way with my money, it's selfish. Yeah. It's a very selfish mindset. The mindset shifted from me I feel some type of way like I just want the best for my kids. Everything is for my family, for my kids. You know, to interest we us the unit better out. So if right now let's say I make more money, then make as much of it as you can.
Yes.
You see me?
That's your energy.
If it shift to where me start making more money, me gonna start making more money as much of it as we can. Yeah. We don't have time to still gonna feel some type of way.
But it will shift. You know, I think what people always focus on the wrong things. Just like you said, we're just thinking about our family unit as a whole. Yeah. Right now, we might make 2 different salaries, but everything goes into one account.
Which is the weirdest thing because I remember I had a conversation with a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. And it was a big thing when I said to him, you know, so right now, me and Lace finances set up is that my pay going on 1.
Yeah.
And then we kind of divvy it out into different because
we made that decision together.
Yeah, everything is made together. Alright, so we have a account set for savings, right? We have a account set for the girls' schooling. We have miscellaneous expenses, our big purchases and something there. And then we have both of us have
our individual.
And not just that, but both of us have we can access those.
Yes, we all
together.
We have access. The only thing we don't have access to, I don't have access to
individual and I don't have.
And that's for the purpose to me of if you want to buy gifts, you don't want the next person just seeing what you're doing. And then that's really it because if we didn't have to buy gifts or something,
everything probably go one place.
I really wouldn't.
Maybe not just give because sometimes me like have my own money if you want to buy one shoe.
Yeah, but if you had your individual account and you want to buy one shoes, I wouldn't go, oh my god, it's you doing your own account. Like, I don't care.
And even the money that goes into that account, we talk about it. Right? How much money we are going to each, we get. We might say bills are
it depends on
bills 50. Depends on where we are
financially and what we're doing. Like now we just bought a house. It's been a year almost that we've been in here in this house. So the percentage changed based on just what we are doing in life. The percentage changed based on what we want to do. Yeah. So there's a lot of things we want to do for the house. And I feel like that money, the percentage that we're going to put towards it, it's just
honestly, I feel like everything right now is just going to go towards, getting this house up to where we want it to be. And then investments. Yeah. Because certain things have to take priority. Personal expenditures like shoes I will take a back burner to investment, preparing for retirement. Something that we never had as kids growing up was a parents who, gave us a proper springboard, a launch pad, for the future. I want to ensure that my 2 girls don't start from scratch. So things like those take priority for me.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter who's making it.
No.
Well,
it depends because you have some man or some woman who, if they make more money, they feel like they want to degrade or.
I don't do that.
No, you don't. You know what I mean? But you do have people out there who say like that.
People who hold that over your head and they talk about it and throw it in your face and
Because I grew up with a father who was exactly like that.
Yeah.
You understand? So, me and my bedroom and reasonable thing, and the man say, yo, bro, I want to you can never make woman know what you make. I remember even being in military training, and this was one of the things that the instructors would push. Because we were like, listen, don't make nobody know how much you make. Your woman, your mother, your daddy, your sister, nobody is supposed to know how much you make. And listen.
But what is the reason behind that?
I don't know. Listen, I'm not going to go around and tell every John and Harry, whatever, and Jean and how much me I make. But my partner, how we gonna have that? That is crucial information. How do you make plans?
Yeah. How can you do that?
It's not even because you can be a part of a team, and that every team member have to know certain details and
but that's a detail that affects the whole unit.
Yeah, but your second in command must know, because this is our unit right now, because we're part of a team right now.
Yeah.
The unit is me, you, Nana, and those two girls. That's our team.
Yeah.
That's our unit.
Yeah.
Right? The girls don't need to know how much money me or you gonna make. I would even go as far as to say Nana don't even need to know.
Yes.
You are my second in command. I'm your second in command. Because we're co-captains on this thing.
Yeah.
We have to know.
I agree.
So when my best sugar tell me, say, yo, fee wife, now if you know, I'm like, then I want to make plans. How do you guys decide?
You know what I think that's a part of too? I think that speaks to, are they even having, do they have these future plans that you were talking about, investments and all these things?
That's the next question.
Are they even doing that? Retirement, all these things, because they might not be in that stage where they're thinking about these things.
Yeah.
Not that they shouldn't be, but they probably aren't, because you can't appropriately plan. And not for nothing, but I think about things like, if something happens to either of us, can you imagine if I didn't know
or
had access
to?
Exactly.
Because they don't have a mutual stuff. It's individual
yeah,
stuff.
That
like,
would be
insane.
insane.
Like one of the 10 members like, how does that even work?
Yeah, I can't imagine.
How do you even come together and say, let's buy a house together? Because we went through the home buying process and everything had to be.
I guess they wouldn't buy a house together, because if you buy a house together, both of your finances, all of it is going to become exposed.
Yeah, I just thought it weird, and it's all about, honestly, as a Jamaican man.
Unless you want to get on some Tisa business where you get scammed and conned. But I can't imagine not having everything together and us like hiding our finances and getting to those stages.
As toxic as I was, or still am, a little bit.
You're saying still am.
I do have my toxic traits.
I don't think
I'm
getting toxic. I think that's such a strong word.
No, trust me. I still have a few of the toxic things that I'm working on.
Okay.
But growing up, I don't think I ever said to myself, when I'm gonna make my woman know how much money. You see me? First, I said to myself, say, listen, I know every woman I will know certain things, because growing up I never saw myself to be a relationship type of person.
You never
so when I will share information with a little one thing or on the side or some of them are not serious about. But I've never said, no, my wife now gonna know this. Because if you got to the title or the stage of where you're a wife, it's not sure that you're going to know everything. It's going to be open. Because then, I don't see you making any progress financially or otherwise when you're not upfront.
So
secretive,
yeah.
You understand? Unless you make millions. Not a million, but you will make like so much money where you can afford to buy a house for yourself, where you can afford to fund your retirement fully, where like you make so much money where you don't need a second. You have a if you have a stay-at-home wife who is not making any money and not bringing in because you make so much. So let's say you make a 500,
but you would still have to know how much you're bringing in.
Not necessarily. In that situation.
What if something happens to you? How is she gonna access any
Well,
of that?
maybe in a situation.
How will she know that people are not lying to her and all these other people because somebody has to know. If you're making that much money, you have a financial advisor, you have people that know something. So if something ever happened to the spouse who's making all that money, and then the wife comes in and she has to basically now take charge, is she gonna be able to trust those people that you know given the information to? Are they gonna be making decisions?
I mean, at the end of the day, I believe that it's best that everybody is 100 like upfront about everything. But in a situation where I make so much money where I can take care of everything, I can fully fund our retirement. There is 529 plan set up for the girls where they never have to worry about college ever. With their trust fund babies, because if they're trust fund babies, if they are trust set up for our kids, it is legal written documentation where you have trustees set up, you have lawyers, and so if there's anything that happens to me, we have an entire legal work
I would
for
want my spouse to know because I would want, if something happened to me, for them to be able to take charge confidently. And
What?
then these strangers, these people who are, I'm sorry, but they're not for you, and hopefully you've chosen the right spouse who is for you and for your family and for all the goals, that they can confidently step up and take charge how you probably were taking charge before.
Well, here's the thing. In this situation where I'm talking about where you have a legal work firm set
You
up.
can't trust
No,
everybody.
it's not about trusting anybody.
Yes, it does.
No, it's not.
Do you know how many
Let
people
me finish.
have stolen their
Let
money?
me finish. Because if you, as an individual, before you pass on, let's say, God forbid something happens to you, before you pass on, where there's a legal document, a trust agreement, if that is done right, if you set up your trust agreement right, there's nothing that your team can do to circumvent that, because that's a written legal document that states, okay, this is how, because in that document you state where the money goes, who gets it, when. You can literally say, I don't want every or.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about the money, right?
That's what I'm talking
The
about.
the money is there. It's in our account that you have. When I pass on,
So who has access to it?
before you die, say, oh,
Your
you have access.
financial team has access?
No, you have access to that. Your financial team doesn't.
Okay.
Nobody has access to that. Who you have given it to. Say
So
something.
it's only you.
Yes, if something happens to you, let's say I create a trust, right? And if I create a trust, remember, whatever money I put in that trust, depending on the type of trust, I no longer have like it's no longer mine. It's the trust is a the trust is a
I've
the trust
learned
is
so much.
the trust is a person by itself.
Yes.
So I can say it's like I preset certain things into this trust.
Yeah.
I say to the trust, when I say I mean to the trust agreement, when I pass on, I want you to distribute X amount of money to my wife and kids, right? And you can even put stipulations. I only want to give my wife X amount of money if she does this, or I only want to give this amount of money to my kids when they reach a certain age, or if they contribute some, or if they build on it. So in that sense, if I'm this wealthy person where I'm making so much money, where I can have trust, where I can set it up to act.
So then your spouse doesn't need to know.
They don't need to know, because if I die, you need to know there's a trust there. As a matter of fact, you don't even know, because you have some people, there's been cases where men who have, relations with other women outside their marriage create trust for them outside kids who probably even know. Like, I just know, I know stuff, you see me? And when that person died, the estate, you just reach out to these individuals. You didn't even have to know the person. That's why some grand art.
I mean,
in
okay,
that
so
case,
I hear
it
what
makes
you're
sense.
saying, and I guess my concern is that if you don't tell your spouse or your significant other how much money you make or have, or they, even if they don't specifically, they should have a general idea.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've seen so many videos where the husband or spouse or whomever is testing the wife. They don't even know who to pay the bills to.
Well, no, you see, that's a different case right here.
So, but about the bills, if you don't know who to pay the bills to, then clearly you don't know how money's moving. And a part of knowing how money's moving is knowing what is where.
Yeah.
So that's why I just don't see that working out appropriately.
No,
I don't.
No, it don't, because it leaves a lot of gaps and issues, and just things to just go really
That's
wrong.
what I'm saying. So
And
you
then
want to give both people control.
And then not only
That's
that,
how I feel.
the people who me and you know aren't no wealthy individuals.
Yeah.
Are people who come from humble backgrounds like me and you, where parents are really set up, right. So we don't have the luxury of saying we can do this. We need a second person to help us to achieve certain things.
The way how the world's set up in inflation these days.
So in a situation like me and you know, where we have to come together to achieve them something, we have to be upfront about our finances, because
I think it makes for a better money making situation.
If you don't know how much we are, like the group or the unit is making, how you decide how much to save, how much to invest, what goes where, how much goes where. You know, if you're keeping back some money, what's the purpose of keeping back some money? I feel like if you keep back money, you're stifling yourself somewhat. I did our taxes a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Did you look at that tax return?
No.
No, you didn't. Exactly.
Because we know all the things.
No, but that's the thing, you didn't. Do you know how much I make?
Yes.
How much? Don't say. You know. Okay, fine. But that's because I tell you. But here's the thing. If I don't tell you, most people don't look at their tax return.
But if I wanted to know, I could just go look at the tax return.
But here's the you know what's so funny? I have clients who I would prepare the return, send the return to them. Then they're saying, okay, how much is my taxes? How much did I make last year? I'm like, bro, just think your tax return.
They don't.
Everything's on the first page.
They don't even know.
But it's like, I don't know if it's, they don't read it. And then when people think of taxes, they automatically think, oh, it's a complicated thing. The tax, the 1040 is just such a monstrous thing that I can't make any tails of it.
It depends on what you're making and how you're making it. It might be complicated for some people, babe. I think you take for granted that you have this actual education in this.
Maybe.
But I couldn't do what you do. It's too much.
And that's what I'm saying, that anybody can do taxes. Anybody can do taxes.
Okay.
What everybody can't, well, let me take that back. Everybody can prepare a tax return. Mm-hmm. Not everybody can do the consultation.
Oh, like do what?
Not consult, but I think it's called those things. I can't remember the right term for it, but like tax planning.
Okay.
You have to have a good grasp of tax knowledge, tax laws. What are some of the the theories, and like what are some of the loopholes? What are some of the benefits that you can take advantage of? That part of it gets complicated. That part of it, you require the knowledge.
And the more money you make, and depending on how you're making this money, just trying to figure out and learn these things, I would not advise it. I would say go to your tax professional. But let's regroup because we're getting off topic. If you want to hear more about these tax situations, which I do not know about, leave it in the comments. Let us know. He could maybe a little series or whatever. But let's regroup. So you don't have a problem with your spouse?
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I have nothing to hide. And then, like I said to you earlier, my focus is just elevating, like just growing and like creating the type of life for us, me and you, and the girls. And
that you dreamed of.
Yeah, and the best way for us to do that is for us to come together, sit down, put everything on the table, and then we can say, alright, this is how we're going to move it. This is how we're going to move these parts. So this is where we're going to put this amount of money. This is where we're going to put it. We're going to take money from here and put it there. And we have to be all 100, because if you don't, if you are, holding back 10, 15, 20 grand,
slowing the growth.
You're slowing the growth.
Yes.
Because you have money in that account, not doing anything with.
Yes.
You see, you have money that probably could have sped up paying off a loan, a debt, or sped up investments,
or a plan that you have for the money.
You see, exactly.
And you know what I think people don't think about because they're focused on all the wrong things. I might make more now, but that took me 12 years to get to this point.
Oh.
You have moved at an exponential rate in terms of earnings to where in 12 years you will far supersede what I am making. Yeah. For sure. You're in an industry that grows salary-wise faster than what I'm in. And so it's not even our status quo, honestly. It's literally going to change over time.
Yeah, because on a yearly basis, and
I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to get on that money wife thing.
I don't know how the yearly increases are in nursing. I don't even know if there are yearly increases, but
a lot of things are regulated in terms of the unions.
There's no union
exactly.
For me, like my yearly increases, like it varies. 1 year I remember getting a 12% increase. 1 year I got a 8% increase. So it varies, and
you also can get an increase by changing jobs.
It's not even anything about that, because promotion for us is almost fixed.
Yes.
In the sense that you will spend at most 2 years in at a level, then you move up.
Yeah. I might be in an industry that I will always have employment, right? At some degree. You too, I think that's, taxes are a very good industry. People will always be paying taxes. But I just will never grow at that rate, and I don't think I will ever exceed where you are unless, I can't even think of a thing. Like, even if I had my own business, there's a cap on how much people are paying for healthcare services. There is just a cap on it. I would have to literally overwork myself to reach, when you're at your, your peak, I will have to work extra to just get there. So people need to stop focusing on the wrong things. It doesn't matter who's making more money when. Okay, it's about what are you doing with the monies. Okay.
So listen, I mean, what works for us won't necessarily work for you.
No, it won't work for
or how we think, our opinions, our thoughts,
it's
ours. You see me? You got to decide for yourself what works for you, what you're trying to achieve, and stuff. You see me? For our family dynamic and for the stuff that we're trying to achieve, and it is best for us to come together and just be completely open about our finances and all of that. And like I said, you could work into that. Okay, listen, I have my personal account, you have your personal account. We're going to put 2 bills, $300, whatever your money, like whatever your pocket can reach. That is your, like if you want to do it like that. But again, it's up to you. You see me? I mean, I got no more left to say about that. You got anyone to say about that?
I just want to say thank you for watching.
And as always, like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below.
What are you guys doing in your
one of those phone monies. Only navigate phone monies in a relationship. Yeah,
and
understand?
how are you in the way that you navigate it? How are you planning for the different things we're talking about? Are you even planning for retirement or your kids' future education or anything like that? What are you doing and how are you doing it?
Yeah.
Tell us. Let us know.
Let
the people know. Maybe people want to figure it out themselves. Some people don't know what they want to do.
I mean, maybe we can help you. Maybe you guys are doing something that can help us as well. Let's share this reason.
Let's help each other.
You see me, and every day we're going to talk about the little relation. Like, these are some, serious money business, money matters.
Money, that's one of the things that cause divorces. Finances. So.
And cheating, but let's not do that. But anyway, that's a wrap on another episode of Roman Reason. Leave in the comments and things. I hope about people watch the video and subscribe.
Always.
I'm gonna stop doing it. Subscribe, my thing. Big up on yourself.